Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is for my no contacts, low communication. I haven't heard from my person. I want to know what my person is thinking and feeling. What does Spirit have for us in this connection? So, for those of you that don't want to know about your past, this reading is probably not going to be for you. If you were thinking about somebody and you have a person on your mind, we are going to ask Spirit what is going on around this connection today. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. So grateful. Let's call in our spirit guides. Let's see what they have for us today. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. Person on my mind, what is going on in this connection? What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear? I am listening for you now. Let's start with some messages. Just get a feel for what is going on around this connection. The passion between us feels off the charts, and I only want you. So we could be in a separation with our twin. Maybe the passion with this twin is like no other, and they're saying something's come between us. So is it a third party? Is it a situation? Something has come between us is how they said it to me. So let's see what they're saying. Something interrupted this passion. I wasn't able to reciprocate my love for you, and I regret it. Maybe I wasn't able to give you what you deserve at this time. So something's coming between this connection. We've got some kind of obstacle. I've been dreaming about us having a future together. So that feels hopeful. Nothing's ever going to change my love for you. You are the one. So I feel like I'm pushing the best thing that has ever happened to me away. And I definitely am feeling regret. I'm definitely, it's almost like, why am I pushing you away? And they don't know the answer other than the obstacles seem too hard to overcome. So there could be a situation for some of you, third party situation for others. It kills me that we have to be apart, but I'm still learning. Yeah, they're not happy. It's almost of a, this is what I have to do for now. This is what I don't know how to handle this situation any other way. There's that darkness within me, and I need to overcome to be ready. So they've got to fight some. That came into me as a shadow. I've been hiding the love that I have for you. I feel like they've been hiding the love they have for you from someone else. I feel like they have been holding back the truth, like they've fallen in love with someone. They fell in love with you, and they could be trapped. There's a sense of something is between us, and I feel trapped. Maybe they put themselves in the situation. Maybe I wasn't expecting to fall for you. So it could be a third party for some of you. I'll definitely tag it as a third party, as a trigger, so that you aren't surprised by that. But I wasn't expecting this. Let's get a couple more of these. I'm trying to gain knowledge on this connection. I'm trying to figure out what my feelings are. They could be pushing this energy away because they're trying to make a big decision. They could say, I got to put this whole thing on hold for now. Like I've got to just say no to this for now because I got to figure out my feelings. You were the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I think that they are honest when they say that I have been holding back my feelings. I've been letting you know. I feel like there is someone else involved, whether that has ended already or not. There could be an obligation attached to it. We have children, we have a home, It's more complicated than just being in love with somebody. It's going to hurt someone else. So I feel like that's what they have to spend time thinking about. They feel like they're being selfish by giving themselves love. They're being selfish somehow. I want to bring honesty and sincerity into our connection. Yeah, and you mean the world to me. And I never wanted to hurt you. I do believe that. I do not feel like this person's intention was to use you. I feel like they fell in love with you. And I couldn't help, I guess I couldn't help falling in love with you, right? Um, Sometimes we fall in love with the wrong person or the wrong time. Sometimes I don't know, it's like we didn't have the clean slate, Spirit saying. We just didn't have a clean slate. So maybe that was the trouble right from the beginning, or that's still the trouble. But right now I'm feeling this person is trying to make a decision, and they need to be kind of alone to do that. Let's see. I have friends. Maybe we were friends and it turned into something more. Or maybe we have mutual friends and that's making it awkward. Even the feeling of you're my best friend's girlfriend, like I just slept with my best friend's wife, it could be really taboo. It could be we shouldn't have gone here because a lot of people are going to be hurt. This is, I don't know, this is bad, like bad taboo energy. So maybe we knew that, but we couldn't help it. I have ascending, trying to overcome some emotional blocks. I'm trying to look at the big picture of this. Why did God bring us together? Okay. Why are we going through this struggle right now? Why are we meant to be? Why did we come together? Whatever has happened in this connection. So obviously we found each other for a reason. It's very toxic. I'm afraid that it felt like I was opening up a can of worms. It was like if the truth comes out, that it's only going to create kind of this, I just like woke up the bear, right? Or, the bee's nest. But they're trying to avoid the drama. They're trying to avoid causing any more pain to anyone else. So I wish I hadn't made a mistake. I feel like it's not a mistake falling in love with you. It's just everything that's going on around us. I'm afraid of the secrets coming out. So that they're definitely afraid of somebody finding out. Okay. Afraid of our secrets. Okay. Coming out. So did they get to the point where it's getting, it's getting too serious. It's getting too intense. We're spending too much time together. Somebody's going to find out, my whole life is going to blow up, just this feeling of you don't get it, like so-and-so is going to hit the fan, the shit's going to hit the fan. Spirit, please share with me. I have opposites attracting. That came into me a little bit like you're totally different than who they're with. It's not that it's a comparison, but they could be with you for totally different reasons. Maybe they met somebody, years and years ago, and they've been with them forever, and it's not who they would pick today. And then they found you and they are more interested in you. You have more in common. There's more attraction. So I just feel like you guys, whoever these two different people are, it's totally different personalities and everything. I feel like you're my soulmate. I have a feeling that somebody fell in love, or two people have fallen in love with each other. And one person is just really, really afraid. I'm afraid of my life blowing up. I'm afraid of change. I'm afraid of hurting someone. I'm afraid of hurting you. I know I've hurt you. So lots going on. So in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm making myself completely unavailable. I blocked you or I cut you off. I'm pretending to push this away. Like this will all go away. We don't just stop loving somebody, So this person can kind of pretend that their feelings are shut off or turned down because they're trying to not hurt somebody else. But those feelings are still there. I have a Magician. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a 10 of Wands. And I have a Knight of Wands. I have a feeling that they are really afraid, no matter how much they wanted this. I just feel that they are kind of just facing reality. Like, it's almost like, trust me. I want this more than anything. I want to be with you more than anything. And I think that you know that. But they're just keep saying to themselves, the journey to get there is too hard. It causes pain. It's going to be too difficult. It's going to be a battle, a struggle. I'm going to have to just go through so much just for us to be together. So maybe they didn't even think about that entering into this. They probably didn't, because they were probably just trying to stay in the moment, and things got out of hand, or things went too far, is kind of how I feel. But we fall in love with who we're supposed to fall in love with. Okay. And right now, I feel like your person is completely pushing this away because they're just so afraid that everybody will find out and it will blow up their life. And they just don't want that for you or them. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Swords. I have a 4 of Cups. Yeah, they're putting this whole thing on hold. I don't feel like they've been lying to you. I don't feel like they told you the wrong story. I feel like they just kind of like tried to stop their feelings. Like they made up their mind that I don't have feelings, if that's even possible. Okay. You don't just stop loving somebody. They can pretend, they can push it to the side, but what's going to happen is the further they get away from you, the more they'll miss you. They'll start to look at their life and say, I'm really still not happy, because that's why they ended up with you in the first place. And they're going to start to think about, what is it that I really want? But right now, I feel like they're just kind of empty inside. And I guess they feel like this is how you're supposed to feel. Maybe they feel like it's punishment to them in some way, weird way. But I feel like I'm empty inside, and that could be you, that could be them. So right now, I just feel that my worst fears, they just said something about my worst fears is the secret coming out. So maybe that's happened. Maybe for some of you that somebody has found out about this connection, and it really has caused a lot of trouble. It's really caused a lot of chaos around my, my life and my what I did have. So not a very good situation, a difficult situation, Spirit. Please share with me some feelings. Where are we headed? What are their intentions? What happens next? Crossing over, bridging the gap between our hearts. This is almost a feeling of asking you to wait. Maybe they asked you to wait and you said, I can't wait any longer. And maybe that's the trust. Like, you either trust me that I'll make the right decision someday and I can't do it right now, but maybe they're asking you to wait a little bit longer and you just couldn't, something along those lines, because that crossing over feels like there's got to be a way for us to continue to make this work. Beloved wisdom, love is a choice you make every day. So you can either choose to be in this or not. You can choose to wait for somebody to decide to be with you or not. And that's probably what's going on. It's like a standstill. It's like you can't give me what I would need or want, and you can't change where you're at. So there's no give. And where am I in the meantime? Waiting around for you. So I think the waiting is probably why somebody has said, I can't do this anymore. Dance of our souls, be vulnerable, and let your two hearts intertwine. No doubt in my mind that we have fallen in love. No doubt. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting this love, a storm of love. A conflict is an opportunity for growth and change. All right, so if somebody's secret has come to the surface and it creates a storm, it could force the situation. It could force that a situation on one side ends, like they don't get to choose anymore. Maybe whoever they didn't want to hurt is saying, I want out, I'm done. Silent remnants. Amid the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild. We can rebuild this trust. So wherever we are right now, there's still a sense of it hasn't gone away. I'm empty inside, and we can rebuild. But I do feel like somebody is at a standstill, total standstill with I don't know where to go, and almost a feeling of you don't understand, I'm trapped. And trust me, you do understand because you're in the middle of it. So you do understand. Spirit, can I have some feelings, please? Where are we headed with this connection? Tears. When I think about you, I cry. Ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. No one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you. So it has nothing to do with their feelings for you. It has to do with like the situation around us and almost this kind of chain of events that would take place if we were to be together, that, it's somebody's going to get hurt, or there's a divorce involved, there's people moving, there's children being hurt, so it just isn't affecting just the two of you. I'm running away. Let's just run away. That would be the easy way, right? Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. So yeah, I'm sure that you both feel that way. I'm sure you both feel like, how did we fall in love and how did we get here? And now what are we supposed to do? Emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. So they could be really feeling their feelings. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with you. And here we are. Maybe it started out as friends, casual. You're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny and we belong together. So you both could be feeling that way, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be together right now. And that's the hard part. It's that's how I feel, but it doesn't mean that in reality that we're going to be together right now until somebody changes. I'm very jealous and I can barely stand it. I'm jealous when you're not with me. I wonder who you're with. I wonder what you're doing. You could be with anybody. So they could be really struggling with that. You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart. I really enjoy our conversations. A little bit of I miss our conversations. I can talk to you more than I can talk to anybody else. So they probably are just missing that conversation, I miss you and I wish things were different. No doubt in my mind, I wasn't expecting to fall so in love. Okay. I think that I definitely feel like there's tears. I definitely feel that there's I miss you more than you know. is really what's going on. You know, did we push this away because it was the right thing to do for everybody? Maybe we did. Maybe we did. Maybe we both did. So there's a sense of, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, is push you away. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. Whatever's meant to be will be, but just know your person, you know, truly does love you. And, you know, it wasn't all a game for them. It wasn't all, this was, you know, these are real feelings. So let's put this out into the universe and ask Spirit to guide you both. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my main channel and my pick a card channel, and I'll put those links in the description below.